Hello and good morning. This is Holly live from Kalkine Studios in Sydney, and you're watching the early trades. Today, the Australian share market rebounded, with the ASX 200 rising 0.44% in the opening trade, buoyed by a climb in the materials sector. The index has advanced 0.6% in the last 5 days, while the ASX All Ordinaries index rose 0.21%. Domestic investors are expected to closely track the US market following the release of the US Federal Reserve's latest monetary policy minutes, which showed that a large interest rate hike may be on the block in the upcoming June meeting. Then, on the other hand, the prices of oil extended their fall in yesterday's session, and the top-performing stocks on the ASX today in the opening session include Chalice Mining, which is up over 12%, and Link Administration, which is inched up over 6%. Then over the past 5 days, the index has gained 0.85%, but it is still down over 11% for the year-to-date period. 9 of 11 sectors are higher, along with the S&P ASX 200 index. Materials is the best performer, gaining 1.3%, rebounding from its recent decline. And as the ASX is in the green today, let's have a look at some other top gainers in the opening session, starting with Inghams Group, which has climbed over 4.8%, and then Mineral Resources, which has inched up over 3.6%. Iluka Resources as well is just above 3.4%. And then the ASX stocks bleeding in red today include Zipco, which is down over 6%, EML Payments down as well over 4.9%, Life360 down 3.5%, and Lynas Rare Earths has slid by around 2.93%. Then finally, Gold Road Resources has climbed down 2.7%. And looking at some stocks making a buzz today in the opening session, the tech-enabled service provider Link Administration shared an update in relation to the proposed acquisition of Link Group by Dye & Durham Corp. The latter has today increased its proposal for a revised base scheme consideration of $4.3 to $4.5 per share, and stated that it won't make any further amendments or alterations to the scheme implementation date. And in response to this, shares of Link Administration were trading 6.27% higher in the opening session. Following this, Australian retail banker Bendigo and Adelaide Bank announced that it has agreed to acquire the ANZ investment lending portfolio for around $715 million. The acquisition is expected to take the combined value of the bank's margin lending portfolio to more than $2 billion at completion, which should be by the first half of calendar year 2023. Shares of Bendigo and Adelaide Bank were trading 0.86% higher in the opening session. And then moving on, Pinnacle Investment Management Group has shared that its 10 affiliates have crystallized performance fees for the 2022 financial year, totaling around $57 million. The company's net share of these performance fees, after tax payable by the affiliates on this revenue, is around $16.4 million. And shares of Pinnacle Investment Management were trading 3.95% higher in the opening session. And now looking at some important economic shifts happening around the world, the Biden administration is sourcing 2 additional flights facilitated by the US Department of Health and Human Services to transport additional Bubs infant formula from Australia to Ontario, California, and Columbus, Ohio this month. Also, the US Food and Drug Administration is developing a new framework for continued expanded access to authorized international infant formulas. And that is all for now on the early trades. Stay tuned for more on Kalkine TV because we have many more shows lined up. I'm Holly Shields signing off.